Question 3. Stav is studying the large data set for September 2015. He codes the variable daily mean pressure, x, using the formula y is equal to x minus 1010. The data for all 30 days from Hern are summarized by the sum of y is equal to 214 and the sum of y squared is 5912. Part A, state the units of the variable x. So x is daily mean pressure. So this is something we need to know as information from our large data set. So it's measured in hectopascals, which is written as HPA. Part B, I want to find the mean daily pressure for these 30 days. Well, the mean is the sum divided by how many there are. And so this sum here of y is 214, which I need to divide by the 30 days. So the mean value for y, 214 over 30. But remember, this is the coded value. So this is y bar. We want x bar because it is x that I want the mean of. Rearranging the y is equal to x minus 1010 means my mean will be the y bar plus 1010, which is 214 over 30 plus 1010, which gives me a value of 1017.13 recurring. And this is hectopascals. Part C, find the standard deviation of daily mean pressure for these 30 days. Well, standard deviation is not affected by coding. So we don't need to worry about coding here. We can use our formula booklet to bring in a very useful expression here for finding standard deviation. And so our standard deviation, substituting the values we've got, again, it's not affected by coding. So for x, we can use the y value. So that's the sum of y squared, 5912, divided by the number of days, which is 30, subtracting the mean squared. And the mean we found earlier to be 214 over 30 for y. And this evaluates to 12.09 and so on our calculator. Stav knows that in the UK, winds circulate in a clockwise direction around a region of high pressure and in an anti-clockwise direction in a region of low pressure. The table gives the daily mean pressure for 3 locations from the large data set on the 26th of the 9th, 2015. The locations are Heathrow, Hern and Luchars, and the mean pressures are 1029, 1028 and again 1028. Cardinal wind direction is empty. The cardinal wind directions for these 3 locations in random order, west, northeast, east. You may assume that these 3 locations were under a single region of pressure. And so part D, using your knowledge of the large data set, place each of these cardinal wind directions in the correct location in the table, giving a reason for your answer. Well, firstly, these values are suggesting a high pressure. And this is something you would know having looked at your large data set. Given that it's high pressure, we can assume clockwise direction of wind around the UK. The next thing we need to know is the placement of these places in the UK. So the geography of these places will help greatly here, because if I pop on a clockwise motion for wind direction on the UK here, we can use this to see which direction the wind is coming from, because again, something you need to know, the wind direction is the direction it blows from, not the direction it is blowing. And so in terms of Heathrow, it looks like the wind would be coming from the northeast. Hern, the wind would be coming from the east, and then Luchars, the wind would be coming from the west. And so we do need to have an idea of where these places are in order to answer these large data set questions.